Well, I'm back here at Friendship Baptist, and tonight we actually didn't hit a brick wall. We went through the brick wall, but we drilled through some Romex and tripped a breaker, and now I've got to wait on an electrician to repair that before I can keep moving the wires. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and let you see what we've done. All right, we were able to get all the audio cables out from under the booth. We had to cut a extra hole there so I could reach in and grab it. Pulled all this out. Now remember, all this is going away. All this is going away. So I've got all the cables I need stretched out right here. We were able to cut in an access hole here, but when we did, we realized there's another stud right there, and the cables are over there. Now, right there is the pipe coming down. So what we did is we were drilling through here to be able to get a hole before we opened this up. We should have opened this up first. And we hit a Romex right there. So we've called the electrician. We got to wait on them to get here to repair that before we can, and get them out of our way so we can get the cables pulled through over through here and into the, sorry, let me get my camera. Pull through here, and into this hole here. So that's what our aim is. So once we're in there, we're in the room. And I don't know if they're going to patch this with drywall, but I bought the access panels, and I will wind up gluing it versus putting a piece of tape on it. But right now, just put it there to show them what they can do. So that's what's going on right now. So I'm kind of at a standstill. They still have to have the electricians to come and rearrange all this mess, and they still have to do away with the desk and the platform. So tonight's going to be a night of cleaning and getting things presentable. If they run Sunday, they'll be running a cappello because we have a snowstorm coming, and it is what it is. Well, since I cannot get the wire in tonight, I'm going to go ahead and set out equipment. So we've got a amp rack that's going to go under here later. Right now that's just a monitor amp. Later we've got some mains and choir monitor amp, and also eventually some subs and some DSPs going to go in here. This is their top rack with their CD, and they still have a tape cassette. So there you go on that. And later I'm hoping to move them over to some rack unit wireless mics. They've got some inexpensive Sennheiser mics. Not inexpensive, really. They're about $500-600 a pop, but and they Shure BLXR4 for the pastor. None of that's rack mounted, and antenna combinations and all that stuff. So what I would like to do is get some wireless units racked here and get some antennas out in front. And so the X32, we're going to have a little stand that sits over here where their media computer is here, and either live stream on left and media on right, or vice versa. But there'll be a laptop sitting here and laptop sitting here, and one guy basically runs the whole thing. It's a pretty easy set here that they do. Once they go live, they don't touch it. It's one camera, and then media will be right here. All right, everybody. So pressing on tonight. Again, we got that winter storm coming in first thing in the morning, so I'm trying to get as much done tonight as possible. So the pastor actually came by and fixed the electrical. He knew how to fix that, so that's fixed. And we went ahead and drilled the hole through the studs. So now I've just got to run the wire through the studs and in there. And I've already got the wireless mics plugged in. For now, they're going to sit here. I'm not a big fan of it, but for now. And I've got those wireless mics tuned in, and I'm going to get the snake in, find at least the piano channel, and get that tuned in, and maybe call it a night. So, so far so good. I did have to clean all the wireless mics. They had stickers all over the wireless mics with the channels. So I took all those stickers off, put a little marking tape on them, and I got lapel and then vocal 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll turn off a couple of these and then pick up the stage inputs. Then we got 2 choir channels, CD left and right, and that's my media channel. All right, so that's what we got going on so far, and we'll see how far we get tonight. Everybody, we're back at Friendship. This is day 3. We started Wednesday night, Thursday night, and then the snow came in Friday. Couldn't get over here Friday, so today's Saturday, and we're hoping to finish this up and get them ready for service tomorrow. We've got a lot going on. I got my dad in with me today, helping get a access hose cut in and getting the choir mics hung. And I'll flip the camera around and show you a few things. We were able to fix the row mats there, and we got our access hose cut. And we're going to do another access hole up here so we can fish the choir mics through. And then over here on this side, he's getting the hose cut. Yep. And then we've got our Ethercon cable that's going to go up and over, and I'm using the radio boxes to convert the XLR over the Ethercon. All right, guys, we've got our additional access hole cut, and we've got the Ethercon cable ran down inside the wall, through the wall, into the sound booth to connect to the radio snake, the Ethercon snake here. So we'll be able to connect that and get them some choir mics. We're going to do 2 for now, and then they've got more later if they want it. So now what we're going to do is, here in a moment, we're going to take the other end, fish it through, fish it through right here, and then pull the rest up and over to the choir. But first, we got to drill some holes for the choir mics. Currently, they have the old choir mics positioned all the way to the outside of the choir, and that's not going to pick up anything. We're going to put it in line with the baptistry columns. That's my dad. Say hi, Dad. Say hi.
Hey. Hi.
So we're going to get going on this and hopefully wrap this job up today. All right, for the record, I really hate attics. And as I get older, I hate them more and more. But I've got to get these choir mics done. And later when we do future speaker wires, we're going to be hiring out the speaker wire run in the attic. Just FYI. Let me flip the camera around and show you what I'm dealing with. So first of all, I had to climb up through a heating and air chase, basically. Looks like they do have a walkboard here, but it looks like I have to navigate a lot of things to get through. So let's see what we can do. All right, I'm through the first part, but I still got to climb all the way back there to get the choir mics, or to get the Ethercon cable, and bring them over here on top of the stage and try to find the hose that we drilled. And my dad's downstairs, and he'll poke something up and try to find it through all this blown in insulation. So it's just going to take a while. All right, here we go. Just a little progress update. Now you can see how the panel works. I've got the main snake, choir mics, and some other lines bundled up, going up to the back of the board. And I've got to take care of some SDI and Cat 6 lines that are going to tie into the back of this. And show you our panels over here. We got our panels closed up. And then the panel on top was a lifesaver. All right, there. So now we got an easy way to snake future wire. Again, all this stuff has to go away eventually, their old sound booth. That's not my job. Contractors will be taking care of that. So I'm going to finish the night out programming the X32 and cleaning up, and they will be ready to go Sunday morning. So this was basically a 3-day job. Again, I work full-time. I have a full-time job, and I do this on the side. So this was a Wednesday night, Thursday night, and all afternoon Saturday. But we got it done, and they're going to be able to have church, and we'll go from there. All right, we're finishing up Saturday night. Got the board laid out. Got for some reason, the organ and bass isn't coming through. I've checked the lines with my phone. It's working great. So something to do with those instruments. We're going to come back and work on those later and do a sound check later this week. But right now, everything's up and running. Got the media back up and going. We even tested the live stream. It's still sitting out here for now, but we're going to move it in here later. I was able to tidy up underneath as much as possible, and we're going to come back and keep working. All right, and hopefully by this time next week, we'll be done. See you guys. All right. So I pulled a late night Wednesday night, worked until about 9, 10 o'clock, Thursday night till 10 o'clock. Got over here, today is Saturday, got over here at 2 o'clock, leaving here at 8. So I've put in some hours on this little job. It was supposed to be just a quick change out of soundboard, patch in the old wire, everything's going to stay in place, and we're going to build a sound booth later. Well, then the church said, hey, would you care if we go ahead and build a new sound booth and you move everything into that? And so what was going to be an easy job and have a night for sound check and a night for training and all that, it just didn't happen. So we really just had to do a turn and burn, had about 2 inches of snow in the middle of it. My father-in-law had a stroke yesterday. I haven't even been able to get to the hospital because of all of this. So tomorrow I'm going to try to go visit him. And I've got the church set up where they can get by. And then I'll be back next week to do a sound check. I've got to figure out the organ channel and bass channel. I'm not getting anything off of those instruments. I'm able to plug directly in a little DI that I've got for my phone, and I've got music, no problem. So I know the channels are good. I know the lines are good. So there's something going on with those instruments. I've tried phantom power on both, tried them without phantom power. I'm just not getting anything. So I'm going to I've got a bass, I've got acoustic, so I'm going to bring those over, try those out in those lines and see how that goes. I am going to have to charge them a little extra because, like I said, the job turned into more than it should have been. And I had to bring in my dad and do a lot of the construction work. He's a great contractor, or he's not really a contractor, not a general contractor, but has done construction his whole life. And so I had to bring him in to help me get those recessed panels put in. And also just be an extra set of arms and legs on the ground while I was in the attic. That attic is a mess. Probably one of the worst attics I've been in, the way it's all chopped up. But we got it done. We got it up there. It's good to go, and we'll go from there. So next week I'll be back, and we'll do a sound check with the band, hopefully get those organ and bass in, and if not, we'll figure out what's next for that and go from there. Thank you, guys. All right. So I got them checked in, and they're practicing, rehearsing right now. Again, this is a small country church, piano, drums, organ, bass, and got them tuned in. And so we're going to do a little training tonight, and then come back later for phase 2.